Will Smith's 10 Best Movies Ranked. As it is said that hard work always pays off, same holds for Will Smith. Smith quickly became one of Hollywood's most bankable actors and an international superstar, known for relatively safe, cinematic spectacle with broad appeal. He had seemingly transcended race, and for a black actor, was in rare company. Let's celebrate his top 10 most rated movies on Netflix. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel, Netflix Tops, where we will tell you all about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of the video, because today's video is going to list down the top 10 Will Smith movies to watch on Netflix. So let's get started. 3 decades into his career, Will Smith remains one of the most successful actors of his generation, and one unafraid to continue to pursue the possibility of blockbuster domination alongside smaller projects only he can make happen. Smith's initial foray into the movie business included supporting roles in Where the Day Takes You from 1992, Made in America from 1993, and a co-lead role in 6 Degrees of Separation in 1993. Dramas that drew some critical acclaim but yielded very limited box office. When the actor reconsidered his career objectives, realizing how important box office was to longevity, and researched what ingredients were necessary to turn movies into a blockbuster, it worked. Over the following decade, the vast majority of the movies he starred in met those requirements: high-budget, high-concept projects. Let's discuss his top 10 famous movies. Number 10. Despite being loosely based on Isaac Asimov's original stories, I, Robot is rather uninspired. But thanks to its production design, it looks clean, even sterile, befitting the cold, distant, futuristic world director Alex Proyas creates. And it comes with several gravity-defying action sequences featuring the most acrobatic of robots to keep Blythe fans occupied. In an uncharacteristically joyless role, Smith is fine as a detective investigating the death of the founder of the robotics company, responsible for mainstreaming robots with a human-like consciousness. But it's Alan Tudyk as a computer-generated robot and the main suspect who steals the show. Ultimately, it's a breezy, entertaining video game of a film, and Smith, in its driver's seat, does just enough to hold it together. Number 9. Focus, which came after Earth, was the breath of fresh air Will Smith really needed at the time, and he delivered with his trademark charisma. Always most fun when he's playing a version of himself. Here, Smith is confident, charming, and witty, with a dash of vulnerability as a seasoned con man who becomes romantically involved with an overachieving con novice played by Margot Robbie. He's the mentor, she's the protege, and he teaches her the tricks of the trade as they prepare to go after a big score. It's a fast-paced, slickly executed piece of entertainment that's satisfying enough thanks to breezy performances by Smith and Robbie, who seem to be having a lot of fun. Number 8. Will Smith plays Muhammad Ali from 1964 when he won the World Heavyweight Championship as Cassius Clay, to 1974 when, as Ali, he came back to fight and defeat a heavily favored George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle in Zaire. It's a boxing movie about the most famous boxer ever, but it's less about boxing than it is the politics of the time, capturing how Ali navigated some very treacherous socio-political waters. Ali was recognized with a Best Actor in a Leading Role Oscar nomination for Will Smith, his second, and Best Actor in a Supporting Role for Jon Voight as Howard Cosell. Number 7. Talented but struggling salesman Chris Gardner, Smith, finds himself and his 5-year-old son, Jaden Smith, evicted from their San Francisco apartment. The pursuit of happiness. When Gardner lands an internship at a prestigious stock brokerage firm, he and his son endure some hardships in pursuit of his dream of a better life for the two of them. Directed by Gabriel Messina, the autobiographical drama was inspired by real-life entrepreneur Chris Gardner's nearly year-long struggle with homelessness. The film was well-received by critics, earned Smith the second of his 3 career Oscar nominations, and remains one of the best-reviewed films. Number 6. Miami cops Mike Lowrey, Will Smith, and Marcus Burnett, Martin Lawrence, are 2 loose cannons who tear up the Sunshine State in search of stolen drugs, which puts them on the trail and in the sights of violent French drug lord Fouchon Chechki Cairo. He leaves a trail of bodies in his wake, and only one surviving witness, Julie Mott, Tia Leone, who quickly teams up with our heroes in this action comedy. Bad Boys was director Michael Bay's first major blockbuster, and actress Tia Leone's breakthrough role. It almost boasted the return of super producers Jerry Bruckheimer and Don Simpson to the R-rated, big-budget movies that they successfully churned out in the 80s. Number 5. Over the course of their careers, tennis phenoms Venus and Serena Williams have gone from teen superstars to icons of the sport, collecting an impressive 30 Grand Slam titles between them. King Richard. The sisters have also repeatedly credited their father as the driving force behind their success. A film that foregrounded his story as a father armed with determination, a brazen vision, and a 78-page plan for the future of his daughters was maybe inevitable. Richard Williams is a larger-than-life character who is still very much alive, which might make even the greatest actors a wee bit anxious. But Smith carries his entertaining and inspirational story of Black fatherhood and perseverance with verve. Number 4. Barry Sonnenfeld's visually slick and darkly humorous adaptation of a tongue-in-cheek sci-fi comic book starred Will Smith as James Edwards, an athletic, mouthy New York City cop who was recruited by K. Tommy Lee Jones, a veteran of the secretive government agency that tracks aliens on Earth. Nicknamed the Men in Black for their assigned uniforms that include a black suit, shoes, tie, and sunglasses, the agents are assigned to recover an ornament stolen by an intergalactic terrorist. The movie deserves much praise for its urban humor, fantastical though insightful plot, dynamic action sequences, special effects, charismatic performances by its leads, and Danny Elfman's fun musical score. Number 3. A wrinkle on this list since it's a TV series and not a film, but it's a necessary wrinkle. This is where it all started for Will Smith. Following an initial successful stint as a rapper, Fresh Prince was where he honed his acting talents. And what a gift it was to develop those skills as the star of a mega-hit TV series that ran for 6 seasons, a gig that surrounded Smith with veteran professionals of stage and screen, including the late James Avery and Janet Hubert-Whitten. Despite any rumors of on-set conflicts, it must have been quite an education for a young Smith. It was an immense success for much of its run, and it's not hyperbole to say that. If it weren't for the series and its triumphs, Will Smith, as we know him today, probably wouldn't exist. Number 2. Set in New York City after a virus has wiped out most of mankind, brilliant scientist Robert Neville is one of the last living human beings in New York. Immune to the virus, Neville works to develop a cure while defending himself against virulent nocturnal carnivorous bloodsuckers. Directed by Francis Lawrence, I Am Legend, the movie succeeds largely on the strength of the performance of Smith, one of his best, who occupies just about every scene, often entirely by himself. Intense and satisfying, it's the second highest grossing movie of Will Smith's career. Number 1. Conversations about the dramatic turns Will Smith has made throughout his career often omit this one. A year before one of his most celebrated dramatic performances, 6 Degrees of Separation, from 1993, Smith made his feature film debut in a little-known indie titled Where the Day Takes You, from 1992, directed by the late Mark Rucco. Smith was part of an ensemble cast that included other young up-and-comers including Sean Astin, Laura Flynn Boyle, Dermot Mulroney, and Alyssa Milano, in a story that follows a ragtag group of teenage runaways who form a family of their own on the streets of Los Angeles, with drugs, sex, and violence occupying most of their days. Surrounded by a good cast, Smith gets his moments to shine, playing a homeless man confined to a wheelchair named Manny. And this brings us to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on today's video? Share with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.